So you got clout, so you got clout. I'm on now, I'm on now. Hey, so you got clout, so you got clout. I'm on now, say I'm on now. Hey, gotta celebrate life, and that's alright. Know what I do? Yeah, I can't been working so hard, just supporting the couples out of these moves. Let me hit snooze.
But what was the first project you produced?
First project I produced was this project in college. I graduated from Howard University, class of 2015. We have our 5-year reunion this year. We're going to Jamaica. I'm excited.
Oh, the real HU.
The real HU. Thank you for recognizing it. I appreciate
real
that.
HU. Okay. Show love.
Who is calling me right now? Okay. Ignore. Okay. So, I ignored that for you.
I appreciate that.
Podcast. I was kidding. But was a short film called Colored. So it's crazy how my journey has aligned itself. So I'm gonna give you an exclusive. I've never told anyone this, y'all.
We got another exclusive.
Because I used to not be able to talk about it because I auditioned for the theater program at Howard University and I got declined. I've never told anyone this. My dad was there when I cried my eyes out. I did not get in the program. So I ended up going to Howard and majoring in journalism, which I thought was closest to theater. Your broadcast journalism. Ended up hating that and switched to advertising my sophomore year. But thank God that I was not in the theater department because the theater kids were so involved in their plays, and I got to work with, I was in school communications, so I got to work with the aspiring directors, the screenwriters, and whenever they wanted talent, they would go to the theater school, but they couldn't get anyone because they were always working on their shows. So I was like, I'll do it, I'll act in this, I'll help out with whatever. And so everyone, by the time I graduated, everyone called me the short film queen because I did 18 short films while I was in college, my 4 years of college. Yeah, and that was along with studying abroad. I ended up doing a theater program in London because I was going to graduate early, but instead of graduating early, I took a semester and studied in London and did theater out there. So, so it was a blessing in disguise because I got to network with some amazing, now they're directors in LA directing big things. They're writers writing for some amazing shows, and I still have relationships with them because I was shooting with them in the gym. And so that was my first project, and I ended up doing a lot more in college just because I was like, hey, well, let me help, let me figure out. And I didn't know I was producing at the time, but over time I realized this is what producing is. It's connecting the dots. It's doing the legwork. It's taking my natural knack of logistics, organization, and my corporate skills in a way. Okay, I'm going to bring that. I mean, a little.
Yeah, we outside.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
But taking my talent and my love, my passion for acting, but then also merging that with my intrinsic skill of organization, keeping everything together, connecting the dots, which is producing. It's not the glamorous creative side; it's the hard work side.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of that experience just from my natural work ethic, but also I interned at a lot of places in college. I interned at a PR company called Weber Shandwick in Chicago my freshman year. Then I went to New York and interned at HBO doing distribution marketing. And then I did a fellowship at Viacom. So I did integrated marketing, combining the brand and the network. And the different networks I worked with were Comedy Central, Spike, Logo, TV Land, all of MTV, VH1, all of the Viacom platforms.
Yeah.
So I got to do that. When I graduated, I did a fellowship at Viacom.
Straight out of college.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how the producer life, came to be. It's always been in there. I just didn't know. I didn't have a word to call it.
Yeah.
Until I started doing more research.
And it's I'm producing.
Yeah.
Kind of just came together.
Yeah.
So when did you start acting then? So was it college or were you doing something before then? 'Cause I know you wanted to be in the theater program. So was it before then or college was really where it started?
So I don't know if you add videos, but I'm gonna send you a video. I'm gonna send an exclusive video too. You know what? I don't do tons of interviews. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten to that level yet. So I'm gonna send you a video.
Okay.
It's me when I was 8 or 9, and I'm reading this book and to my mom, and I was basically acting like I'm an only child, so my parents were very busy, and I loved reading books. And I always tell people, like, that's how I got into acting. I loved reading books, and I would I would go to the library, get like 22 books, and read them in a week, no lie. So I didn't have like brothers and sisters to play with or to tell about the books, so I would tell my parents, and I would act out the characters and act out the story to them, and didn't know that was acting. But my parents recorded it a few times, and it's hilarious. I'm going to show you. And I think that's how I got into it. I started doing theater in middle school, did it in high school as well. Then I also did speech and debate, which is also very, very theatrical. I didn't do the debate portion. I did improvisational and duo improvisational, which a lot of people don't know about. It's a big thing in the Midwest. I'm from Ohio. But if you saw like kids in high school talking to lockers, that was me. And yeah, it's a big thing, but it's called speech, and it's a form of acting in theater. So did that, competed not only in Cincinnati, but traveled all around Ohio, competing statewide. So yeah, I had been doing it then, and then I got in college, and although my major was something different, I was always in everybody's short film.
Right.
So
Well, that
I've been doing it for
girl.
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so did you know you wanted to act, or was that something that you didn't really know you had a name for either? You knew?
No, I knew. I've always known I wanted to act. I always knew I wanted to perform. I played violin and piano. I started playing piano when I was 3. I started playing violin in 7th grade. So I've always been a natural performer. Like, I was never into sports. So it was like, oh no, she's not going to be a sports girl. Like, she had to do something else. So it's really just, I've loved performing. Yeah. And then it wasn't until later that I realized I actually liked being behind the camera as well.
It's a glass from Papa and Sis. It even smells like onion. Well, I think I can get away there with this. Pooey! Oh, look. Like a pooey! Mom was trying to clean up the milk Papa had gotten over on his override when he fed off the bad taste and stuff. Now, what do you think happened to make the milk? She started to say. I don't have to think, said Papa. It has to do with the clover meadow between Farmer's Bend Farm and Grizzly's estate. I heard all about it at Zed's Hardware today. The clover meadow, said Mama. That's where Ben Grizzly's clouds in the spring. To keep them away from the onion grass.
That's alright. Know what I do. Yeah, I can't been working so hard, they supporting the couples out of these moves. Let me hit snooze, time for me to get up. Get bust, I ain't got time to be stuck. You been a slave, but there's so many tickets up. It's been an honor, the blessing, I don't believe in luck. I'm ready for my son, yeah. And I dare you to get in my way. Cause I'm ready for my son, yeah. You better get so you got clout. So you got clout. I'm on now. Say, so you got clout.